We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les enfants terribles.
Yeah, like it's not a
I don't see fun.
board. I don't think we're gonna do PL though.
Yeah, like PL thing is just it's retired age, and they don't really do anything except play all their video games. Or whenever there's some, there's a few people that actually do shit in there. Whenever they actually catch some super or something,
the reason was always you.
And that's
after you returned to the army and created Foxhound, you left America.
I mean, that's been
for a time, even I'd lost track of you.
6 months.
I'd imagine Zero
yeah,
did too.
It sucks. The only reason it works for PL is because they have more numbers and they kind of have like an even longer legacy than Black Legion. You know, like if Black Legion was an older alliance,
Zero
people would stay in
Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner
but
of the
PL has an
globe.
even longer legacy.
Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just
Who
one
else would you
big
go
organism.
to? Like where else
That's
is
not all.
like where else is a lateral?
It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your
Like,
coordinates
honestly, nowhere,
wherever you might go.
there needs to be a coalition, like, you know, we were talking about earlier in chat, it was like, for as far as US time zone goes, you have Pandemic Legion or you have Goons.
The larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
Appeared from public life.
More,
Only a few people had
no,
direct
they have
contact
a
with
very
him.
big US
For a
time
time,
zone.
I was one of them.
I mean,
And a year after
I think
you
their
fell into your
time zone's
coma,
bigger, but their US time
he
zone
moved
is
out
so
of
big
sight
anyway that
entirely.
they have
Since then, nothing.
I mean, they have 30,000 buck members, they have every time zone, they have an Australian time zone.
Boss,
yeah,
you've entered a building.
Like, they could probably
Always
put
keep an
150
escape
dudes
route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Creation, his power, continue to grow.
Join the win button.
Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spy.
I don't know, like, I think we'll probably reform our own alliance or whatever, but like,
Evolve.
right now, like, you know,
But now
low
its body
stakes
is
is
rotting,
up.
riddled
I
with
really like-
parasites.
How about this?
Parasites like the ones who
exists
attacked
right
you
now in Black Legion.
9 years ago
Make
in
an
the
alliance called
Caribbean.
White Legion,
And
Origin
at the hospital.
reforms, and we just
Cypher's
recreate
Black
things.
Ops unit,
Yeah, that's it.
XOF. They learned where you were.
But that's like, who's gonna, you know, start the new alliance? Who's gonna run the new alliance, right?
Yeah, but what do you want to?
Ips made it very clear he doesn't want to put in that much effort.
He's coming too.
He wants the FC fleets, and that is it.
Why do you want to set up a new alliance? I'm not getting it. So what?
We should make Roy do his move.
Roy doesn't want to do this shit.
He doesn't have these zips and we'll like get along.
Either destroy that, or turn it off and shut off all the lights and surveillance cameras in the
He would
outpost.
be pretty good at it.
Of course, the enemy will realize something's up. If you're gonna do it, be
The only
quick.
problem is his job right now has him a lot.
Let's call Lorna up. Let's see if Lorna wants to start a run alliance.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes.
I would love that. Does anybody have any other like YouTube videos of Lorna? I miss his voice and I can't remember what it's like.
It's fucking a line, dumbass. Don't take fucking forever.
Christmas Eve, 1979.
Listen guys, I'm Lorna, and I
Muslims
hate
had revolted against the
It has
Soviet-friendly
like a slight
regime
like,
established the year
everything he
before.
says.
The DRA
Dude, where's
forces
that
could no
video where
longer
they
contain
ganked
it
those,
themselves.
that Widow
the
and the bombers
Soviets
in
went in to
Cransec when he was
intervene.
FCing it?
I don't
The
have a video.
Afghan government was powerless.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
and fraught with infighting.
Vaguely.
They lost the hearts
Who's
and
this guy?
minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the
He's
Islamic
the guy that
Revolution
probably
happening
was-
in Iran, the
He kind of
Soviets felt they had to act
went absent
fast
in the game for a
or
while.
risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles.
Was that not
Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant. Only it wasn't. Some Muslims made
Black
their
Sabbath,
fight
wait
a
to see what
jihad,
happens.
a holy war.
Yeah, there's kind of two
Began a
things
guerrilla
that I guess
campaign on
everybody's
all
watching
fronts.
for. One is what
The
was
war
going
of
to do,
attrition.
and two is
These
what
fighters
is-
call themselves Mujahideen. They're being
That's it.
supported by the
That's it,
West through
Tom. I
Pakistan.
said, don't worry, Epps,
That's
KB
why
is
Miller was
legend.
involved. He was training
didn't
them near the
respond back.
Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has
I've
become a
been
nightmare
trying
for
all
the
night
Soviet
to
troops
talk
stationed
with
here.
them and
They
tell
thought
them to
they'd
try
be
to
headed
sit down
home in
and
6
see if
months
they
the
can
most.
so, 'cause this is
Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight.
And Elo's like a genius FC
Afghanistan
and everything.
has become
but I
the
don't think
Soviet
he's,
Union's
like, leadership
Vietnam.
material. You know what I mean?
The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home,
Are you
but at
reading
least they have
ST1?
homes to go back to.
What's that?
The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in
Black is
wells,
convinced that I
turn
would be a terrible
pastures into
diplomat.
minefields. It's
More likely.
created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines.
I'm trying to
Among
find
the
the video,
Mujahideen
dude. I
are the
can't find it.
Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge.
What
The
is
Soviets they've
Jenso's
captured have had
YouTube
their
channel?
hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road.
I don't know.
Just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across
Oh,
them
here's
can
a
do
little
nothing
Yufu
but
FC.
put them out of their misery. Then they burn down
What?
another village in retaliation.
That must be
Yeah.
from like
And the
2012.
cycle of vengeance goes on.
It's from 2013, November 8th.
Hmm.
It was you seeing a fritter gang.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Like, I started watching the video and all of a sudden I heard your voice and I was like, oh god.
That looks like the target.
Oh,
Oh, this is
I
Xavier.
found Jim's channel.
Протез. Я его сделал.
Who the hell is Xavier
Это
Laxworm?
мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно. Я специалист по бионике. Я
There you
создаю
go.
биомеханические гибриды.
Smooth.
Можно сказать, что это не протез, а
Please
бионическая рука.
select a landing zone. The support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
That's when I was flying a Rev and I dropped my Rev that night.
Nice.
That's Jin and his mag.
Просто даже в Кремле.
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to Fulton him.
Вот благодарность.
Jin's channel, by the way.
Сделай
Is Lauren's voice on you?
новый боевой
I
платформ.
don't think so. I think Laura was already gone at this point.
А они просили меня сделать золотым. Поэтому
Who's that? Lorna V? Yeah, Lorna V is a good guy, good times.
ты меня спас. Я готов тебе служить. Могу улучшить твою пятницу.
Oh,
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
oh, so I don't just spray gel on myself anymore?
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Was it a
Support
Mercurial that they
helicopter
ganked?
has arrived.
There was a Widow and a bunch of bombers.
Is full still on?
Yeah, I remember
Extraction arrived at the
in
mother
the
base.
tunnel. The blocks too can literally
Boss,
drop on this thing.
you see many animals in the field.
Was it bomber?
Trifix, an environmental NGO, has
I
asked us
think
to
so.
remove.
It might have been.
That's hilarious.
They were just sitting on a planet in Didal.
Wild animals
A whole
from
bunch of
combat
palaces
zones.
and just out
If you have the
with,
time,
sort
and
of
you extract some
killing
back
bombers.
here, there's a reward in it for us.
I think it was Kalos, or maybe it was
So your
Kalos.
suppressor is
Hold on.
worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
You really can't have a staging system in the plants.
Honestly, just keep your step with the best.
Yeah, they
You just get use one in something.
Target extraction confirmed. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Now who's thinking of going with Ibs wherever he goes?
Ibs is gonna be the new leader of Goonswarm. Right
Taking
here.
the honey spot.
Yeah. We're cooing in Goonswarm.
Gaining altitude.
Departing area of operations filtrated.
Alright, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Departing!
Extraction
I'm
arrived.
moving to
way.
C6 wormhole for just living at C6. Make Dankus.
You know, maybe that because of it.
Development project has been added.
It'd be
Big
fun.
better SQ in level 5s, man.
Alright, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Fine. That's not the issue, but I want fun now because that fucking rating was like work.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm sitting on personally. I only have like 12 bill at the moment.
Stopping in Fountain was the worst thing I could have done. Like, once we killed Brave, we should have just sold the Reach and then fucking moved. I think that's
Yeah,
really
maybe.
what killed us. Because BL's like a big shark. If they stop moving, they start dying. Like, I bet you this wouldn't be happening if we were getting consistently 100 dudes in fleet every night.
I mean, shit. It's just people not logging in.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Mini-Sob no longer exists, right?
Yeah, well, they need to get the fuck over it and adapt.
I mean, there's nothing to, like, get out. Like, we don't have... Like, nobody's figured out Aegis stuff. Like,
How you feeling,
how
boss?
to do it, right?
Getting used to being in the
Like,
field again.
Goons tried, and yeah, they
Having
did okay.
choppers and a horse at
But,
your
like, nobody's
disposal
really
is
figured it out.
indispensable for
And
operating
until
in the
that
wilds of
happens, we need,
Afghanistan.
you know,
I've
content.
gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Do you know what we should have done? And I think Harvey Skywalker suggested this. We should never have smashed it.
Well, we weren't going to until they helped out Goonswarm when we had those Titans tackled, and so they came in to try to help them, and so we were like, fuck you. Like, we offered Brave all of Fountain except the one pocket, and as long as they fought on our side, and they're like, nope, go fuck yourself. So we crushed them.
Yeah, even towards the end, I was talking with Nancy about trying to get them some sort of deal, and I was talking to Ips and Capri during the whole thing, and you know, we were trying to offer them like, all right, we'll give you money, and you give us money, and you stay in Fountain. Basically, is it would be basically be renting, but you know, we're not calling it that. They're too fucking good for that, so I guess they can eat.
Side ops list
By
updated.
connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper
I'll
into
just
your
move back
own
to Fountain
aerial
after we
command
get,
center,
you know,
or
after Black
ACC.
Legion moves out of
Some elements of staff assignment
they'll
and
just move back into
R&D of
Fountain.
weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
I think it's gonna be PL on NC, 100%.
NC's already taken
Please
F88.
specify a project.
No, they're not. They just moved to Lone Trek too.
Yeah, but the region is just too good, you know what I mean? So if you want to have a region,
Well, the
have this one.
region's already, like, all the BL stuff is being given to former renters at the next rental payment.
Yeah, I get to
And
put on some
anything they
music
don't
on
want
this
will
shit.
drop in.
Now here's a question: where's that rental payment going?
Is going to the Alliance wallet.
What alliance?
The one that has 150 bill in it. It's the Alliance wallet. I think.
Right, but where does that go?
Go
Please
after like
specify a
BL dies.
project.
Yes.
It's
In the
we
ELO's
give you
pocket?
no.
Somebody will
Like,
take it
ELO
and
has no
run.
access. ELO has no access to it. The only people that have access to that wallet are Ips, Backing, Capri, and Capri's gonna
You mean
split
the
among
CEO of the Alliance doesn't have access to the Alliance
Elo
blood?
does. We're not letting him know